Hey guys, this is your last few lessons in your step up to first grade in your kindergarten book. It's almost over. We're at the finish line. Let's get it done. Lesson 7, count by tens to 120. Now we talked about, when we first learned how to count by tens, we talked about how counting by tens is so much faster than counting by ones, right? We know that counting in groups of 10 helps us get through a lot of numbers very quickly. Let's look what this one says. Marta put counters on some 10 frames. What is an easy way to count how many counters there are in all? Count how many and write the number. Okay, we're going to count these by 10 because we know that each one of these 10 frames has 10 circles inside. So we can easily count by 10 to find out how many in all quickly. Let's do it together. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. So we found that there's 120 counters in all. Now you notice when we count by tens, once we get to 100, we start over again counting by tens, but we add the words 100 first, right? We got to here, we got to 100. When we got to the next 10 frame, we said 110, 120. Okay, so numbers beyond 100, we just continue counting by 10. You can do this. All right, let's check out the other side. It says, let's count by tens. 110 is 10. 2 tens is 20. 3 tens is 30. 4 tens is 40. 5 tens is 50. 6 tens is 60. Very good. 7 tens is 70. 8 tens is 80. 9 tens is 90. And 10 groups of 10 equals 100. 11 tens is 110. 12 tens is 120. Do you understand? Show me. When might it be better to count by tens instead of by ones? Well, if we have just 3 dots here, ones is the best choice, right? We count by ones. 1, 2, 3. But if you had many, many, many dots, it might be a lot faster and a lot more efficient to count by groups of 10, right? So let's look at the guided practice. Count by tens, write the numbers and the number word. Okay, let's see here. Number 1, 3 groups of 10. 3 groups of 10. 10, 20, 30. 3 groups of 10 is 30, and they wrote the word 30. Okay, let's look at number 2. 10, 20. How many groups of tens do you see? 1, 2. So there's 2 groups of 10, and 2 groups of 10 makes how many? 10, 20. Well, that was easy. Now we have to write the word 20. You can sound it out. You can ask mom and dad for help. The word 20, t, w, eh, 20. 20. There's the word 20. All right, you can do this, guys. That's lesson 7. That's not too bad, right? Let's look at lesson 8. Count by ones to 120. Oh man, that's a lot. Let's see what it says here. Jada and Alex take turns counting by ones. Jada counts from 98 up to 100. There she is. 98, 99, 100. Now it's Alex's turn to keep counting. Say the next 3 numbers Alex should count. Tell how you know you're right. Well, she stopped at 100. So what number comes after 100? You're right. 101. 101. What comes after 101? 102. 102. And what comes after 102? 101, 102, 103. You got it. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Let's look at this side. This block shows 100. You say 100 for this number. Look at all those squares. It's 10 rows of 10 blocks in each row, right? The next number you say is 101 because you have 100 and one more. 101. When you count forward, you keep counting by ones. 105 means 105 ones. You say 105. When you count higher, you start with the words 100. So this would be 116, 117, 118, 119, 120. 116 is 116. Do you understand? Show me. How would you say and show 110 when you count? What number comes next? Well, it's not easy to draw a 100s frame, right? But we can do our best to show that we know that this is 100. Doesn't have to be perfect. And it's hard for Mrs. Rattel to do like this, but we draw a 100s frame. That makes the 100. Now we have to show a group of 10. That's easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a group of 10. What number would come next? 100, 110, and one more is 100. What? What number comes after 10 when you count? 11, right? So what would come after 110? 111, right? Not too bad. Let's check out the guided practice. Count forward by ones. Write the numbers. Okay, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102. That wasn't so hard. Let's look at number 2. They want to know what two numbers come before 93 and what number comes after 93. Well, what number comes before 3? 2, exactly. So this number would be 92, 3, 2. What would be here? What comes before 2? 1, exactly. So this would be 91, 91, 92, 93, 94. You got it. And 95. Very good. All right, number 3. 112. What comes after 112? Well, what number comes after 12? 13, exactly. So we put the 1 for 100 and 13 after. 112, 113, 114, 115, 116. And that's lesson 8. That's not too bad, right? You guys got this. Let's check out lesson 9. Tens and ones. Guess how many cubes are in your bag. Then empty the bag into the space below. Without counting each cube, guess how many cubes there are. Write each guess. Now count the cubes and write the total number. Now, Mrs. Rattel does not have cubes at home, but I just drew out some cubes in the square for you. Without counting, we could make a guess as how many we think there are. Let's make a smart guess. Let's see. Would 2 be a smart guess? No, because we know there's more than 2. How about 50? Do you think 50 would be a good guess? Probably not. I'm going to guess somewhere in between 0 and 20. I'm going to guess 15 for my first guess, and I'll guess 10 for my second guess. All right, let's write the actual number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Actual number is 12 cubes. My guesses weren't too far off, but I made realistic guesses. I didn't guess anything that would be way too high or way too low. So we were pretty close with our guesses. All right, let's see this side. 35 stands for 3 tens and 5 ones. We talked about this before we left school, that this is the number in the ones place and this is the number in the tens place. The 3 in 35 is the tens digit. The 5 in 35 is the ones digit. You can use a model to show the tens and the ones. If we know that 3 is the number in the tens place, you could draw that with 3 groups of 10 and 5 ones. The tens digit goes on the left, the ones digit goes on the right. That's not so bad. Show me, how are these numbers alike and how are they different? How are they alike? Well, they use the same numbers, right? 4 is the same, and there's a 6 in each number. They're just in different places. In this number, the 4 is in the tens place and the 6 is in the ones place. In this number, the 6 is in the tens place and the 4 is in the ones place, right? So if you had to show that, you could say 4 tens, 6 ones on this side, and 6 tens, 4 ones on this side. Okay, guided practice. Count the tens and ones, then write their numbers. All right, 2 groups of 10, 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 2 groups of tens, 5 ones makes the number 25. Let's check out number 2. 10, 20, 30. There's 3 tens, so we'll write that down. And how many ones? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 tens and 6 ones makes the number 36. That's not so bad. You've got this, kindergarten. And that was lesson 9. That was pretty easy, huh? Especially because we worked a lot with tens and ones before we left school. So it should help a little bit. All right, last lesson. Lesson 10. We've got this. You can use place value blocks to find the number that comes after 12. How can you use place value blocks? What about the number that comes before 12? Show your work, write the numbers. Well, let's see. The number that comes after 12. Well, let's see if we have a group of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That shows 12, okay? How do we find the number that comes after 12? Well, if we add one more, 10, 11, 12, 13, we get 13, right? What about the number that comes before 12? Well, if we take this one away and we take this one away, 10, 11, that makes 11. So that's how you can use place value blocks to show one more and one less. That's pretty easy. All right, we'll do one more side here. And then I'm going to let you guys go to conquer the world. Let's see. Here we go. Show one more. Well, 25, 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. To show one more than that, you just add one more block. 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Well, that was easy. Show one less. One less than 25 is 24. How do you show that? Well, you put 25 back on this side. 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And when you do this side, you just take one away. 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. That's not so bad. What about showing 10 more? Well, in 25, we had how many groups of 10? 2. To add 10 more, you simply add one more row of 10. 10, 20, 30, 35. Okay, and to do 10 less, you take 25, 2 groups of 10, and 5 ones, and you take one of those groups of 10 away. So now you only have one group of 10 and 5 ones, which makes 15. Do you understand? Show me. How can you find 10 more than a number? Well, if the number is 5, we have 5 cubes. How do we show 10 more than that? You add a group of 10. You add a group of 10, a 10 stick to that. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And that makes 15. Okay. Guided practice. Complete each sentence. Use place value blocks if needed. You know what, guys? We have them at school. I know you don't have them at home, but you can use really anything to represent the numbers. You could use big blocks and little blocks at home if you have blocks or Legos. You can really do it any way you like to. If it's easier for you to use a hundreds chart to figure it out too, Mom or Dad could print you one of those. But I think we'll be able to do it. Let's see. 34. One more than 34 is 35, right? We just add 1 to the ones place. 1 less than 34, we take 1 away from the 4, we get 33. 10 more than 34, we add a 1 to the tens place. 34 plus 10 is 44. 10 less than 24, we take 1 away from the 3. 34 minus 10 is 24. Okay, I think we'll be able to do it. Let's look at number 2. They start us off with 14. 1 more than 14. We add a 1. See, look, they're telling you 1. Add 1 to the ones place, and 14 becomes 15. 1 less than 14. We take 1 away from this 4. 4 minus 1 is 3. So 14 becomes 13. Now we're adding 10. 10 more than 14. Now we're looking at this number. If we add 1 to the tens place, this becomes a 2. And 14 becomes 24. If we take 10 away from 14, we're taking this 10 away. And now you have only 4. Okay? I know it's tricky, but it's doable, and I know you guys will be able to do it. I have complete faith in you. And when you're done with this, you are done with kindergarten math for the year. I'm so, so proud of you. If you have any questions or problems, please have Mom or Dad send me a remind message or an email. But I have complete faith in you, and I know you can do it. Good luck, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.